Key lock, or in Pioneer DJ CDJ terms, called master tempo, is a feature found on digital DJ decks and DJ software that allows a DJ to lock the pitch of the music while freely and independently manipulating the tempo. Before there was key lock, speeding up and slowing down music would cause both the pitch and tempo to simultaneously change. On an analog turntable playing a vinyl record, it's simply just the laws of physics at play. Key lock was introduced on DJ CD decks back in the mid-90s and has become a standard feature on all digital DJ gear and software. Even some DJ turntables that was released later had an onboard DSP that could lock the key to the original while the DJ was able to independently change the tempo. It's done by using a digital time stretch algorithm that manipulates the spacing between each digital audio sample. Not all key lock algorithms sound the same, but over time they improved to sound better and more natural. The key lock algorithm between DJ software often sound distinguishable, especially at extreme tempo changes. In fact, Serato offers two versions of their key lock, the standard and the higher quality purchasable plugin upgrade known as Pitch and Time DJ. Today, key lock not only allows you to lock the key of the original, but also be able to do the inverse of shifting the key while maintaining the tempo, giving the DJ an expansion of options when it comes to harmonic mixing. While key lock is generally left as set to on by most DJs, treated as a set it and forget it setting, today we'll show you 6 reasons why it's sometimes a good idea to actually turn it off. But one thing you should never turn off is the music when you're rocking the dance floor. So make sure you fill your DJ playlist with music from Direct Music Service. DMS is an online database where DJs can get their music from. There's thousands of unique edits, remixes, and originals that you can choose from of your favorite tracks that you can use to rock your next dance floor. They also have an app that you can use on your mobile device where you can browse their database and then save songs so that it appears on your Dropbox when you get home. I'm going to leave you 2 discount links down below in the pinned comment if you want to subscribe. Go to directmusicservice.com today to sign up. Reason number 1, improved sound quality. Key lock can sometimes negatively affect the transients of the audio, even at 0%. Certain detailed characteristics of your music can often change because of key lock. And when you go to moderate tempo differences, say above plus or minus 4%, you start to hear the digital artifacts introduced to the audio. These are often the bit stretched robotic sounds you hear when going below 0%, as well as the skippy, cutty sound when transients begin to skip full samples as you increase the velocity above 0%. The audio integrity will actually be less processed when key lock is off, preserving its natural sound at different tempos. Reason number 2, it's a more vinyl sound. Because key lock wasn't available on analog DJ gear like turntables, well, at least not since before the early 2000s, beat matching and variable pitch and tempos was simply the norm. When you want the closest to vinyl sound when you're mixing, turn key lock off. This goes for whether you're using DVS, CDJs, or playing on a controller. Side note for you vinyl lovers, in addition to turning key lock off on your DJ software, also switch your DVS mode to absolute for a complete, just like vinyl experience, including the risk of needle skipping. Reason number 3, DVS scratching is improved. Any DJ who scratches with a DVS system is all too far familiar with the weird behavior that happens when you scratch with key lock on, especially when your speed is far from 0%. The DJ software seems to struggle determining whether to engage or disengage the key lock. You see, when you scratch, key lock is actually disengaged, but because playback using DVS is dependent on the same timecode signal as the one you scratch with, it's always trying to distinguish whether a movement of the timecode vinyl is playback or if it's you scratching. Many DVS users often disable key lock when they're performing a scratch. Side note here, while Pitch and Time DJ is Serato's higher quality time stretch algorithm for key lock, it's actually the more problematic one when it comes to scratching. If you're not doing any extreme tempo changes, or you don't really use key shifting, switch back to standard time stretching. It's actually more accurate when it comes to scratching, and it doesn't make you want to turn key lock off when you're getting your cuts on. Number 4, it forces you to be more subtle when you're doing your tempo bends, also known as pitch bending. When key lock is off, that means any aggressive bends become more obvious because you hear the pitch change with the tempo. With key lock off, this requires you to apply more finesse when performing a bend. This is where old school DJs who use the pitch slider to ride the pitch really shine. Number 5, you reduce or eliminate beat fluctuations. So there's this thing called wow and flutter, and what it is, it's the variability in the speed of a moving wheel. That means it is physically improbable for a vinyl record to play at the exact speed of the original song that it was recorded at. DJ software has all kinds of algorithms at play to help reduce or eliminate that for DVS users. And it goes without saying that digital players and DJ software can play back tracks in perfect speed. However, believe it or not, time stretching itself can introduce a sort of wow and flutter within a song. While the entire song can maintain a perfect BPM, within segments of the waveform, parts of the song move forward or backwards very slightly. To the DJ, they might notice that the drums of a track that they're trying to beat match sometimes rush, then drag, despite being exactly matched.
Were you rushing or were you dragging? Answer!
A snare can be a little after the upbeat, then slightly before a downbeat. This causes the DJ to essentially need to babysit a track during a transition. If you find yourself doing this a lot through a transition, try turning key lock off. Number 6, with having key lock off, this allows you to do pitch effects with the slider. And I'll just leave you with a couple examples of that. All right, if you got any questions, comments, or anything to add about the topic we talked about today, please leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear your thoughts, answer any questions, or learn anything new that I didn't cover in this video. If you like this video, please smash that like button. And if it's your first time here and you found this video useful, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to click that little bell icon so you get a notification the next time I upload a video. If you like the gear that we showed you in this video and you're ready to purchase it today, be sure to use the links down below from Zounds. Zounds has one of the best payment plan programs you can find online. It's one of the easiest to qualify for. So if you're ready to pick this up today, use the links from Zounds. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, where I do my live stream mix shows on. I like to switch around the different type of DJ gear that I talk about on my YouTube channel so you can see it live in action. Only at my Twitch. Follow me there. All right, really appreciate you for watching. Thanks. Take care. Stay healthy. The force is with you always.